Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up? I'm Spear. On the mics this week, we have the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum.
God.
Wait, that was it?
All right, okay, all right. All right. Oh my God. Shut up!
All right.
Oh God. On the other mic, we have the mighty Ganthor. What's up, Ganthor?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Eh.
Yeah?
Worked on my bathroom all day. I'm a little sore.
A little
Yeah,
sore.
I just worked on my bathroom for about 15 minutes. I'm a little sore.
Oof. This week, something must be done about Redbox. Ganthor, what's your problem with Redbox?
I guess there are two classes of problems. The first is the idiots that try to use Redbox who don't know how. Like the other day, I went to rent a movie, and I guess there were 3 or 4 people in line. And the first people in line were an older couple, and they couldn't figure out how to check out. So the second person in line tried to help them, and that went on for a good 5 minutes at least, and she couldn't figure it out.
What couldn't they figure out?
I had to breathe. I don't know. I mean, there's not much to it. Browse movie, add to cart, check out, swipe your card, go.
Yeah.
You know? It's not hard.
No, it's not.
Literally, at least 5 minutes elapsed of them trying to figure it out before I gave up because there were 3 or 4 other people after that.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're so fucking stupid.
Yeah, if I see anybody in line, I don't even bother waiting. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, because you know it's going to be some moron who can't figure out a touchscreen or.
It's like they don't even know how to use a touchscreen. It's like, have you not seen a cell phone in the last 10 years? 5 years? 5 years?
Yeah, no kidding. Never flown at the airport recently, or?
Oh well, you get the same problem there. You get the same thing. The people don't even know how to self-ticket themselves at the airport. They got to get the TS. They got to get the travel agent lady to come out there and push the buttons for them.
Yeah, that's sad. But the only redeeming factor with that is that there are maybe 50 of those machines.
Right. There's no big lines.
There's not just one.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's related to the first thing. You know, where you go online, and you talked about this before, Zeth, how much you like the ability to go online, reserve a movie at the location.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you just show up and be like, yeah, I'm going to get my movie, and you swipe your card and you get it and go. Wrong. Yeah. You still have to wait in line.
No, I jump in line. I go, I'm already got it. All I have to do is swipe, and most people let you in. I had to do it the other day, too. There was like 3 people in line. All I wanted to do was drop my movie off. And I was like, can I just drop it off real quick? And they're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, because there's no way I'm waiting 10 minutes to fucking...
Because that's bullshit. Yeah, they need a dedicated return slot where you can just walk up and go, bam, push it right in.
And the other thing is, when you put it back in, why don't they put a scanner on both sides? Why do I have to frickin' figure out how to line it up in the right direction in order for them to scan the barcode? Just put a fucking scanner on both sides of the slot and don't give a fuck what way I've put it in.
Yeah, they need to do both of those things.
Do you guys find that it's older people who are having problems dealing with the touchscreens, or?
Yeah, it's old people.
Primarily.
And not old like grandpa old, just old like older than us.
Like 50 old?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a generational thing?
No, I don't. No.
Or do you think it's just a stupid thing?
I think it's a stupid thing because my daughters know how to use touchscreens.
I don't know if it's a stupid or I think it's a generational thing because your daughters are just used to iPhones and iPods and stuff. Like they know that it's okay to just touch something; it's not going to blow up. Where like an old person, they're afraid to push anything because they're afraid it's going to break.
Well, I would relate that to intellect.
I don't know if it's intellect so much as it's unfamiliarity, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
No, come on.
generationally, I mean, older people, the height of technology was a rotary phone, where the touch tone phone was the height of technology.
No, come on, bullshit. If they're at Redbox, they at least have a DVD player.
Yeah, but I'll bet you it's the same people who are trying to rent from Redbox that had a VCR not too long ago and still had that blinking fucking 12 o'clock on their goddamn VCR. And I guarantee your parents had a VCR that would blink 12, right?
No, I would set that shit.
Right.
Yeah, me too, because it drove me nuts.
And the only way that thing got set is if you set it, because you were the only ones who had the knowledge to or the comfort level with the damn thing to figure out how to get it to fucking work.
No, it's an intellect. No, see, people who want to can figure it out. People who are just dumb can't.
But you're right. But Spear's right. Is that why are these people even trying if they're not at least partially technically savvy?
Because they closed the fucking Blockbuster Video. They
Oh,
can't
that's-
go there
that's-
anymore.
I guess that's true.
They can't go. They can't go to the store where they pick the goddamn thing off the wall and bring it up to somebody.
Yeah.
Touche.
That's pretty funny.
You win this time, Spear.
Aha.
And this is probably still easier than trying to teach someone how to stream something on Netflix or
No
Amazon.
shit. I mean, at the end of the day, they still have something that they can put into that newfangled digital video recorder thingy.
And I don't think it's even worth trying to get them into BitTorrent.
No. No, Redbox is the lesser of the evils. I mean, trying to get them to understand Netflix, despite the fact that the Netflix streaming is probably the easiest thing in the world for anybody to understand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, to go back to my daughters, they know how to use the Netflix app and find movies and watch movies.
Yeah, but that's because that's what they
I didn't
learned.
teach 'em.
I mean,
that's the only thing that there is to do. It's not like
Exactly.
they know how to go find a VHS tape and put in.
that's exactly
Yeah,
right.
they do. They know how to find DVDs and put them in.
But even still, I mean, that's what's familiar to them. You're talking about
We're
something that's
talking about children who can't form full sentences in one case.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. This is
You're trying to argue the intelligence of a 2.5-year-old to people who've graduated high school.
No, see, you're mistaking intelligence for the ability to learn new skills.
That's
right?
what intelligence is.
No, it's not. I mean,
Yes, come on.
the same person who can't come up and figure out Redbox is probably still highly functional and very intelligent. They just haven't figured out how to interact with that particular interface.
Disagree.
Well, disagree all you want. I'm going to make my point. A 4-year-old
Your
has
point's stupid.
my point's stupid. I'm
Spear,
glad.
I'd like to hear your point.
See, I'm glad we're bringing I'm glad we're trying to raise the level of debate with this. Here we go. Fuck your mom, Ganthor. How about that?
Nice.
Real mature, Spear.
Okay.
That's our show's whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. The way to get out of a debate without agreeing that you're right or wrong, and not giving any more attention to the other person's point.
Yeah. Fuck your mom. The bottom line is this: there are studies that have proven that that the age-old phrase that you can't teach an old dog new tricks is absolutely true. That there are universities that claim that there is a degeneration in the ability to learn things. Your brain doesn't learn the same way. A 4-year-old or a 2-year-old is a sponge for learning everything around them, and they'll take to those touch interfaces like a duck to water because that's what's in front of them and that's what they'll learn.
When you guys go into use the ATM, I love it when there's two tellers or two or more tellers. I try to time it so that me and somebody else get in at the same time.
And then you race them?
And I erase them, but they don't know it. I've never lost.
It's even better now with the
at-
fast cash option, right? You just
I don't even. Yeah, I mean that's cheating, but I, mean, I know where the buttons are. I'm in and out of there way before they're even close to being done.
I mean, are there other things like the ATM's a really good example too, because you can see people struggle with how to use the ATM, especially now that most ATMs are touchscreen now.
Right, or they switch the. I use Bank of America. Now they have the thing where there's no envelope, and you have to it scans the check, and they get all confused. They're like, "What is going on?"
Are there other things like that? So we talked about the Redbox. We talked about the self check-in at the airport. Weren't we talking a little bit earlier about the
Self-checkout at grocery stores.
at grocery stores?
Oh,
Depot or
fuckers.
Lowe's.
Oh, my God, I can't stand that. If I
That's
see an old
crazy.
person in a self-checkout line, I'll go into any line other than that line because you know that's going to be a 20-minute process.
Yeah.
The hard part for people to understand isn't that they have to use the touchscreen. It's I have to put this in the bag, and the thing the little area next to the scanner is a scale,
Right.
and it's actually weighing by product what you're purchasing, so it knows that you've purchased it. And people miss that. It's like, oh, I'll just put it in my bag and put it back in my cart, and then everything just stops.
Right. Or if they put the product back on the right-hand side instead of the left-hand side.
Right. And God forbid anybody buys produce. Like if I see,
Fuck on lookup codes.
oh my God, dude! If I see somebody who's trying to buy produce and who's walked up to one of those self-checkout things, I will just put all my shit down and just leave because
Yeah.
it's just there's no hope for that person to get out of there within a reasonable period of time.
I am a technical savvy person, and I won't even use the self-checkout if I'm buying produce.
Agreed.
See, the nice thing, though, about self-checkout, all the idiots line up for it at the Wegmans, leaving the 7 items or fewer line pretty much empty.
Nice.
So I just go through that all the time. Like, fuck self-checkout.
Amen to
Let you
that.
suckers go there.
Yeah, what's the allure, by the way? I understand if you have like one or two things, and you just want, like, if you're going in to pick up like a loaf of bread, you just go into your bloop the loaf of bread, and then you run your card real fast and you get the fuck out. That transaction should take all of 7.5 minutes.
Right, and that's the only people who should be using that line.
Right, but it's the people that go with like half a cart. No,
There's
Yeah,
no point in me-
originally, the allure was nobody else knew how to use it, so you could just walk up and blast right through because you're mildly intelligent. Now that people have actually figured it out,
or
but-
think
but-
they,
but they
think
haven't.
figured
right,
it
But
out.
they
they-
think they figured it out.
they-
So then they start going through it, and then it backs up, and then, goodbye, speed.
yeah, and it's gotten to the point now where, at least in the supermarket near me, they have to have somebody there full time to help the idiots who can't figure out how to get through the self checkout.
Yep, they got that here. The one person will watch the 4 lines.
Exactly.
So, Wawa.
I like the Wawa.
Oh,
thing.
the sandwich ordering?
I love the fucking Wawa, but again, you get the same thing. You got people who've never seen a fucking touchscreen, and it takes them 20 minutes to put a turkey sandwich order in.
Yeah.
And they
But
won't.
again, Wawa solved that by having at least 4 machines.
Right, and that's perfect. That's exactly the way they should solve it. But, oh
Right.
my God, when 3 of them
Yeah.
are broken and the one person doesn't know how to toast, whether they want to toast or not, and they're on the phone trying to call it in and with a friend, and what do you want on it? You want you got cucumbers? Do you want tomatoes? Do you want pickles? Do you want banana pepper? Yeah, they gotta go through the whole fucking menu. It's Wawa. You know what's there.
Yeah, but then you get like all the upsell type of stuff. So it's like, do you want
Yeah,
bacon
well-
with that?
No, do you want double meat?
Double meat? And they're on the phone. What? Do you want some potato salad with that too?
Yeah. That was another one though. I would go in there exactly at the same time as somebody else, and I would race them to see who can place their order quicker.
Yeah, I have my roast beef sandwich down to a science now. I know exactly how to bam 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 through the options.
So how often do you go for double meat, Spear?
Not as often as I'd like, Ganthor.
That's unfortunate.
Have you guys had to try to explain how an iPhone or an Android phone works to an older person? I'm not just
No.
saying old people. I'm saying older person.
No,
No.
I don't do that anymore.
Did you do it ever?
Explain how to use computer crap to people? Yeah.
And you don't do that anymore.
No.
Why not?
Have you ever done it?
Sure,
You know how frustrating it is?
of course.
That's why.
Well, then how do people learn?
You just play with it.
Old people don't play with shit.
Well, that's their problem. Maybe they should just croak already.
Oh man.
What do you got against old people?
I told you I didn't like them.
What do you got against old people?
They shit themselves. They're rude. They're cheap. They're selfish. I saw this one woman. She came on the local news thing talking about how old people shouldn't have to pay the school taxes because
Because they don't have kids.
it's expensive. I wanted to wreck her pacemaker.
Hey, lady, look, this is my little friend. I call it microwave.
Oh my god.
Like, I'd like to not have to pay a lot of taxes. Doesn't mean I can. I hate old people. I'm telling you, they're mean.
I really don't have a whole lot of argument to the mean thing because my next door neighbor is as mean as shit. I mean,
Yep.
she's just the most miserable creature that's ever walked the face of the earth, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why. You know?
It's because she's old. Everything hurts. She probably hasn't shit in a month. She probably pees herself at night. Would you be happy living life like that?
I don't know. Are you?
I wouldn't be if I pissed myself.
I think that's the definition of like life, quality of life. Once you can't piss or shit on your own, just put them down. That's what you do with a dog.
That is true.
And they clearly can't get a smartphone then.
Right, because they'll never be old enough, and then you don't have to worry about them shitting while talking on the phone.
So what must
So they
be,
never have to learn how to text.
so what must be done about this then? I mean, are we saying that the old people should have a ban on technology?
There should be a ban on old people.
Well, I don't think there needs to be a formal ban on technology. I think it's kind of like it works itself out.
No, you know what? They should have to take a test on whatever technologies come out that year within 5 years. And if they can't work it, down they go.
So do they end up getting like to the point where they turn into Amish people? Because we just keep taking things away because they can't. I mean, do we
don't
leave
get
them with
taken
electricity?
away. They get killed.
That's
what I
harsh,
meant
man.
by- They take the test. They don't pass. Down they go.
That's it.
Yeah.
You get them to try to text you something, and if they can't text you, that's it. You put them down.
Yep.
Not take away their phone. Not leave them going back to rotary phones or something more manageable.
Nope.
Just that's it.
Yep.
Put them down.
Trying to solve the world's population problem here too, Spear.
It's interesting because you would be solving the Social Security problem too.
Yep.
See, we're fixing things.
Yeah. They're robbing us blind too. There's not going to be Social Security for you or me.
Nope, that's why I don't pay taxes anymore.
So let's just put them down.
Yeah.
Can't use Redbox? That's it. You're done. Can't use fucking self-checkout at the grocery store? Sorry, Grandpa. If you can't check your Depends out at this self-checkout, I'm putting you down.
Telling you. Could run for president on this platform.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if there's a thing where like old people physically can't use touchscreens because like they don't have enough fluid in their fingers. Because isn't that how it works? Like the
The capacitance.
the capacitance has to have like some kind of fluid like to transfer through.
I don't know how the capacitance works. I thought you meant like their fingers were too fat and flabby.
Well, I was going to say they're too bony and there's not enough flesh on it to at least connect with the screen.
Yeah.
Be like tapping it with pencils.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't. That's the whole thing. You can't use pencils.
Yeah.
It has to be your finger.
Maybe you're on to something. Their bony Reaper-like fingers don't work.
Burns. Mr. Burns. You can't even get your dial-in wand.
We could patent a capacitive dialing wand.
You know what I heard? I was reading this blog, and they were trying to fly a iPhone on a RC plane so they can use the camera on it, but they couldn't find anything that they could remotely trigger the
camera.
the screen to take the picture, to trigger the picture taking. This is before they switched it to actually having a physical button that you can push. So they were using a French fry. Apparently, a French fry has enough rigidity and can make it work.
So I would say to all old people, make sure you have a French fry when you go to the Redbox. But old people aren't going to figure out how to listen to a podcast anyway. So
No.
that whole demographic is just not part of our listening audience.
No. And if it is, put us in your wills.
Yeah, because after this show, they're going to be real generous to you, Ganthor, seeing as how you want to basically put them all down.
Well, maybe that's what they
Look.
secretly want. They want somebody to euthanize them.
This is easily the meanest show we've
You know,
ever
you should
done.
ask your neighbor that.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Excuse me. Do you want me to euthanize you? Yes, please.
Because you're such a you're a total cunt. So I don't see a reason for you to be a total cunt. You don't have to work. You're collecting, income for free.
And
What
you
else
can't
does she
use-
have going for her?
And, well, she's got a dog.
How could you not be happy?
Dogs make everyone happy.
Yep.
I will be sure to ask her, Ganthor.
All right.
I'm curious to see what her response is.
You're not really going to ask her, are you?
No, I'm not really going to ask her.
I didn't think so. Pussy.
What did we learn here? What did we learn?
I don't think we learned anything. I don't think we came up with any solutions other than to kill
Yeah,
people
kill
after
them all.
60.
Yeah,
Solve all of our problems.
kill them all.
Self-imposed
learned.
age limit. Your 60th birthday, you just go out in the gun.
It's like Logan's Run.
So if you want to kill them all, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com, where you could try to get an old person to listen to us from iTunes. Just go ahead and get them to search for 4 listeners.
That will never happen.
We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.